Hello everyone, how are you today? Thanks for joining me. Seeing people here from all over the world, Ireland, the UK, Pakistan, Kuwait, from the Gulf. Yeah, amazing. Thanks wherever you are, whatever time it is. Thanks for joining me. I happen to be in Melbourne where it's 7 o'clock in the morning. For those of you who are in the middle of the night, thank you for putting off sleep to join me for this live class focused on reading part A. And if you're in my part of the world, well, I hope you have a good day. And if you're in the UK, I hope you didn't spend all day at the pub, even though you're allowed to. Excellent. So my name is Colin, and I'll be guiding you through today's live class for reading part A. I've had a request that we start before the second half of the Barcelona match. What can I do? I can't compete with Lionel Messi. Anyway, so welcome. Thanks for joining me, and let's get on. A few announcements before we get into the main Scotland. Hello, Scotland. Into the main dish. A few announcements. The first is that we have an offer that started last week. We're inviting you to participate in a survey. It started yesterday, I think. No, they started on Saturday. And we're inviting you to help us to create a dream package. Okay, so we're crowdsourcing this, inviting you all to participate, and you can win a $50 MasterCard. There you go. We've got a couple of those on offer. Go to the URL at the bottom there, promo.e2language.com/dreampack, and take the survey, and then you'll be in the running for a MasterCard $50 voucher. There you go. We offer at E2 Language one-to-one tutorials. They're done like this on Zoom, except we can see each other, talk to each other, exchange ideas, quips, jokes, smiles, and tears, and focus on up to, well, one or two things from the OET that particularly concern you, whether it's reading, writing, listening, or speaking. All I would ask is if you want to do writing, that you actually submit a piece of writing through the E2 Language platform first for us to analyze with you. That's a really interesting learning and teaching experience, as is the mini mock test. Mini mock test happens online entirely. The speaking is done on Zoom, so you make an appointment to do the speaking role play, and the rest is done through the E2 Language platform as well. At the end of it, you get a nice comprehensive score report with comments. Definitely worth doing, gives you useful insight as to your state of preparedness for the actual test. So I'm going to make my image disappear so that I don't interfere with the screen. So let me stop my video, but I'm still here, don't worry. My handsome face will vanish, but you'll live. Reading part A, let's take an overview. It is about fast and efficient reading. You have 4 short texts and 20 questions to answer. There are 3 categories of question. There are matching questions, short answer questions, and sentence completion questions. So, oops, sorry about that. You only have 15 minutes. That's the great challenge in reading part A. If time was unlimited, or if you had 30 minutes, I think most of you wouldn't have a problem with reading part A. The challenge in reading part A is the speed with which you need to do the task. So you have to read quickly and efficiently. The different text features that you'll come across include tables and bullet points like that, visual or numerical information laid out maybe a little bit like this, footnotes like in an academic text, continuous prose, and maybe even different fonts. I doubt it will be anything as exciting as Wingdings or Comic Sans, but you get the idea. Don't think that everything is going to be conveniently in Arial or Times New Roman. So, in order to do the task effectively, you need to really improve your skimming. Okay? Skimming is reading a text extremely quickly in order to understand what the text is actually about. So you're looking perhaps if there are any for graphic elements like pictures, if there are headings and subheadings, they will help guide you. The other thing you'll do, obviously, is run your eyes very quickly down the text. I don't mean side to side, literally from top to bottom. And don't pick up every word. No one can really do that in a few seconds, but pick up as many standout words that are going to help guide you. Okay, that's what will enable you to decide to work out what the text is really about. And that's what we'll be doing now. We're going to run our eyes very quickly down the text in 15 seconds. I'd like you to skim read and let me know what you think this text is actually about. I don't expect a deep diagnosis, but what do you think the text is broadly about? Words that jump out at you. Nicotine, for example, thank you. Maybe inflammation, smoking, smoking in e-cigarettes. Anything that jumps out at you. Comparing e-cigarettes and smoking, inflammation, bronchoscopy, good, smoke, excellent. So things that jump out at you, and then based on the words that jumped out at you, draw a conclusion, or let's say draw an approximation of what you imagine the text is about. A lot of people are coming up with this idea of the side effects of smoking, e-cigarettes, or real cigarettes. Let's have a look. Standout words include words like, as you said, inflammation, never smoker, e-cigarettes, e-cigs, smokers, e-cigs, and inflammatory, for example. Yeah. Official summary. New research data suggests that even short-term e-cigarette use can cause cellular inflammation in never smoking adults. All right. So it's only a guide, this very small exercise that we have done about the importance of skim reading. What you're going to do now is skim read each of the texts for today's reading part A in 1 minute. So that means you're going to have 15 seconds for each text. I will be quiet, read very quickly. You will notice there's going to be one overriding theme that links all 4 texts, but each one is going to take a different aspect of that particular subject. So only 15 seconds for each. I don't want you to read the whole thing. Just skip through. What is this broadly about? Good luck. Lovely. Okay, and thank you for sharing your thoughts. Here's what we've got. Thank you very much. We have the overall topic, of course, is necrotizing fasciitis, everyone's favorite fasciitis. Text A is about classification. Text B is about antibiotic treatment. Text C is either ICU, perhaps, or wound management. And text D, basically, patient advice. That's all you're doing. That's all you're doing in the first minute. You're reading each text very briefly and working out what the topic is and what each text is basically about. No more than that. Sweet. We got to Interesting women having a conversation there. Let's move forwards to the matching questions task. Okay, so it looks like this. Okay, a question is laid out in this way. So you've got the prompt instructions at the top there. You may use any letter more than once, and all you're writing in the answer is A, B, C, or D. And it always starts with, in which text can you find information about? Okay, so if you're ready to do some today, if you've not been here before, all of the question prompts are in the top right-hand corner. Okay, good luck. We'll do a few of these. I'll see you at the end. Thanks. I think you can all agree that the skim reading is essential in order to do that task. We recommend no more than 30 seconds for each of those. But if you have a broad idea about what each text is about, theme-wise, matching questions shouldn't be too terrible for you. Number one, in which text can you find information about suggested drug treatment for NF? It is text B. There it is, text B. Number two, in which text, which parts of the body can be affected by NF? The answer is text A. Text A is the answer. Number three, the various ways calories can be introduced to NF patients. There you've got it. In text C, text who to contact to help the patient after they leave hospital. That is text B. And finally, number five, what kind of dressings to use? Dressings is in text C. You have it. Just a reminder, if you don't mind, Zoom people, to use the chat box, although I have checked your answers. Thank you very much for your contributions so far. If you can put them in the chat box, henceforth, I would be the happiest man in all the world. Thank you. Thank you, YouTubers, and thank you, chat box people. Great. Nice one. So, well done, Lily. Let's move forwards now to the short answer questions. Short answer questions, SAQs, look like this. Okay, you have to write your answers on the spaces provided within the question paper. And please, it's very, very important here in short answer questions and sentence completion that you are spelling accurately. So please, please, please be careful with the spelling, okay? Here, your answers may include a word or a short phrase, and they could be numbers as well. If it's actual numerals instead of just the word, if you wrote ONE instead of the numeral 1, I don't know that it matters too much. So don't be too prissy about it, okay? So answers would look a little bit like that. A rolled up blanket. I imagine if you didn't include the hyphen, but there was a hyphen in the text, that might be an issue. 200, notice the numerals, micrograms, and lower extremities. My advice is always just write what is there, okay? You hear a lot of echoes. Does anyone else hear echoes? I'm not speaking from a cave. So if other people can hear an echo, just let me know. I think it's just you, Sabine. Sorry. Echo, 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 echo. Maybe I'll add an echo effect to my microphone so everyone can hear the echo. But no, it's not me. It's you. Yeah, Hema, you too. Oh well, so there's more. It's not just you on your own. Other people are suffering with it, but that would be the same internet-based defect. Okay, let's move on. There's a 5-step method for doing this. The first is identifying keywords in the question, the standout words. Then you need to decide which text might contain the answer. By this time, of course, you've done the skim reading and you've done the matching questions. Then you need to scan the text for words and information related to the keywords. Remember, scanning is not like skimming. Scanning is where you are looking for specific bits of information, numbers or words. You then need to read the section carefully, find out the correct answer, and then skim around the relevant section if you're not finding the answer as quickly as you would like. Scanning needs more time, sort of, but it's a different task. Different task, isn't it? So, locating keywords in the question quickly is essential here, as is finding synonyms for the same word. So in the question, you might see the words maintain warmth there. In the text itself, it may not say maintain warmth literally. It might say something equivalent, synonymous, like keep warm. Okay, so keep an open mind on synonyms for the keywords. Scanning then, what I'd like you to do is a quick scanning exercise. In this large table of 40 words, can you find the words in blue at the top? Okay, identify the number with the letter and vice versa. See you in 50 seconds. Smashing. Thanks for your answers. Cool. Let's find them. So in position 2, we have rehabilitative, difficult word to say. In position 9, we have reproductive. In position 12, fracture. In position 20, acute. Position 30, reflux. And 38, deficiency. Okay, let's move on and talk now about keywords. Here we've got two questions. What would you say are the key words in these two questions? Take 10 seconds and just put your answers there for me. Okay, thank you. Clostridium, people like that. Drugs, metabolic, treat. Clostridium, drugs, Clostridium, treat. Okay, metabolic. All right. Two drugs, treat and Clostridium, and common metabolic occur with. Okay, that's what I'm kind of looking for there. Thank you. That's the sort of thing you need to be doing. Identify those keywords and look for them or the synonyms thereof. All right. Let's do a few of these, if you're ready, my friends. Prompt in the top right-hand side. 1 minute for each of these. I'll see you on the other side. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for your answers. Let's see where you have ended up. All right. So, which two drugs can you use to treat the, hold on, get rid of that. Quite annoying. There you go. The Clostridium species of pathogen. The answer is clindamycin and penicillin. Okay, that information is contained in text B. Number 9, which common metabolic condition may occur with NF? The answer is diabetes mellitus. And that information is in the table in text A, conveniently placed underneath comorbidities. Remember looking for keywords. Number 10, what procedure can you use with a wound if the patient can't be operated on? There it is, VAC, VAC, or vacuum assisted closure. It's good that you get closure. Number 11, what should the patient be told to use to clean an injection site? The answer is alcohol pads. That's the sort of thing that you might understand even without reading the text, but you get the idea. Check with the text, don't make assumptions. Okay, and what kind of infections should tetracyclines be used for? The answer is Vibrio or Vibrio infection. Okay, that's in text B. Well done, everybody. Let's move on now to sentence completion questions. Here, you also need a word or short phrase in the text, and the answers may include words, numbers, or both. Okay, 5-step method for this one. You analyze the first gap sentence, think about where the gap is and what kind of information is required. What part of speech? Is it a noun, an adjective? Is it dosage, medication? What kind of thing is missing in the context? Then you need to identify the keywords in the sentence that actually surround the gap. Scan for those keywords, or perhaps search for synonyms that you can find in the actual text, and then read the text carefully to find the answer. But also please check that the completed sentence is grammatically correct, that it actually does make sense, and that the word or phrase is actually spelled correctly. Okay, analyze, identify, scan, read, check. Easy. So what are the keywords in this question, my friends? Keywords, don't be shy. Average, average proportion. I would include the word die as well, absolutely. Okay, cool. What have we got? Proportion, who die. Okay. Okay, then, so sentence completion. Let's do some. You have, again, a minute to do each of these. Good luck, everyone. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate your answers. Let's see how you did. Sentence completion. Number 15, the average proportion of patients who die as a result of contracting NF is 32.2. Okay. Patients who have eaten seafood may be infected with that hydrophilia. Eromonas hydrophilia. Sounds like an airline from the Mediterranean, but there it is. Seafood. Number 17. Patients with a type 2 infection usually present with infected limbs. Number 17. Number 18. The patient should be aware of the need to keep glycated hemoglobin levels no more than 7%. And then 19. NF patients will need a course of physical therapy to regain fitness levels after returning home. Okay. Splendid. They're all of the answers for today's question. Just the word seafood is enough. Don't over egg. Okay, Marta's asked, if I write 1/3, is that okay instead of 32.2? No, be literal, be absolutely literal. This is not the time to be expressing, you know, synonymous ideas. Won't do. Okay. PC or penicillin. Again, be literal. How about capitalization? I'm asked in capital letters. I don't like it. I would avoid it if I were you. I don't know that you'll be punished for it, but try and write what's there. If you put 7 or less, just put what's there. I know it seems very literal. Don't don't go crazy. If you put physical therapy sessions, only if it's written there. Physical therapy, it will do. If you put in enough to answer the question, that will be enough. Just walk away. Walk away. If you write the letter small instead of capital with the word count as false, only if, for example, VAC would need to be capital letters. Vacuum assisted closure is fine. So if you add a word like sessions, it's not the end of the world. I don't know if it's the best thing to do. Okay. My Q&A friends. Number 9, not catabolic state. No, it's not. Don't be so lost. You're in the wrong place. In the chat box. In the chat box. Don't understand the table. Can we use and instead of a? You can use the ampersand instead of and. I think that's not a problem. Look, my feeling is, yes, you can use ampersand instead of and. So the symbol of and is called an ampersand. You can use it, I guess. But look, my advice to all of you with these little questions is be absolutely literal in your answers. Spell them correctly. The information is provided there. Just make sure that it scans. If it scans correctly, it's okay. You'll notice, for example, Vibrio works in the context and Vibrio infection works in the context. So that's okay. Physical therapy sessions is too much. Also, physical therapy sessions would just be a bit over the top. Beth Messer to answer part C. Reading part C we're doing next week, so I do come back for that. And also do check out the recording of last week's live class where we actually did readings part B and C, and so as you'll notice, every week we do a different one. So this week is part A, next week we do parts B and C. That's the way we roll. Crazy, we're crazy. Okay, so my friends, there were the answers. I hope you did okay. 4 things to remember about reading part A. The first is you should always start by skim reading the text to get the overall general meaning. You should analyze each question for the keywords that will guide your search as you go through the texts. You need to check that the sentence completion answers are grammatical. Yes, Ahmed, you're absolutely right. The questions are there to be answered literally. And please spell the words correctly. That's what you can do to do a bit of practice on these. Oh, I will pray for you. Good luck. Exams on Saturday. I can understand the table sections. You need to take the information in fairly quickly. So with tables, of course, look at the headings on each column and the information on the left-hand side, if there is one. Do you have to put articles in the answers? Only if it's required. So the context will guide you. Okay, have some faith in your interpretation of what you can see. Check out our platform if you can. Log in with your username and password and rejoice in the amount of stuff we have for reading part A. We have a blog, blog.e2language.com. It's well worth a read, and always stay up to date with things OET from the official OET website. And if you want resources that will mirror the strategies you need in reading part A, check out MIMS, consumer medication information, medicine information, diagnosis checklists, nursing manuals, and medical or medicine handbooks. Okay, wonderful. You'll think I'm happier today than other days. I'm happy every day. I am aggressively happy every day. You can see the recording of this video if you are at E2 Language. Any E2 Language student is allowed to log in, and Nanuka, back me up. I'm generally happy, right? You can log in and see recorded classes from up to 2 weeks previous, okay? So with the reading, we do part A 1 week, part B and C the next. With listening, we do part A 1 week. Songs and dramas, oh, there you go. Yes, part A 1 week, part B and C the next for the reading. And then every week we do speaking, general speaking strategies. Although the role play that we look at, we generally alternate between nursing and medicine. It doesn't really matter. And we do, what's the other thing that we do? Yeah, writing for nursing we do on a Thursday my time, and Friday we do writing for doctors. The schedule's changed a little, so different times of the day we offer different classes, but I do this time slot from Monday to Friday. Other time slots have modified a little bit, so do keep up to date. Can you wear a watch when doing the exam? You know what, Lily? I'm not sure. I suspect you may not be able to, but somebody else who's done the exam can tell me, did they remove your watch or did they let you wear it? Because I'm thinking not. Ah, Ada, now do you know that, or have you guessed that it's my birthday this month? It is my birthday month, you're absolutely right. Do you need to pay to register with E2? No, you can register with E2 Language for free. For free. No watch, says Andrew, no watch. Go in as naked as the day you were born. That would be an interesting approach to doing the OET. Might get you through the speaking. Is it the only writing and speaking parts addressed by? No, everything is looked at by human examiners. Nothing's being assessed by the computer. The computer is gathering the data. If you're doing the OET at home, can you choose a tutor for speaking? I'm afraid you can't, but we're all great, so don't worry. No danger. We do. So we do, as I said, reading part B and C next week. We did it last week. It's a test paper based on the computer. Daisy, OET is going through a revolution at the moment because of COVID-19, which everyone loves. Test centers have had to be closed. So in order to get around that problem, OET have started something called OET at home. They tested it in June, and all being well, it will be rolled out in July. In which case, again, check it out on the official OET website. They've moved heaven and earth to make it work. Some of you may have even tested it out in June. I think that, is it the 10th or the 11th? I can't remember. Ada, I'm sorry about that. I don't know. So the OET at home, the computer-based test, will be hopefully up and running this month, barring any nightmares. But they do reveal that to everybody. They'll let you know what's going on and how it's going on. All right. stressed about the writing. Well, we do writing, so do think about Nanuka. Well, you've been in the writing before. Do come back for the writing, and do some writing practice with us. It's good. Our timetable has changed. Yeah, just check it out in the E2 language website, and just see when the different sessions are. But my sessions, such as they are, whatever time it is, wherever you happen to be, whether it's in Pakistan or London or New Zealand, this time of day, 7 a.m. Melbourne time, I'm here every day, 7 a.m. Melbourne time. Will employers consider combined OET results the 6 months apart? Depends on the country. In some countries they do. In Australia they do. I don't know what they're doing regarding COVID. If anything has changed that, you do need to verify that either through the official OET website or with that particular employer or that authorizing authority. Okay, my own opinion is that they should be a bit more lenient about it, but I'm not the boss of them. They will do what they have to do. Can you book your correction? You book your mock exam whenever you want to do it. Don't need to wait for anybody to guide you to do that. So knock yourself out. Don't forget we got that survey for you to do, and you'd be in the running for a $50 voucher, which is good value for money. Is the home test free? No, the home test is not free. Home test is the same price, I imagine. Employment. Yes, I know. Reading test was cancelled. Yeah, I know. It's a problem. Sorry about that. My pleasure. Cool. Any other questions? Anything else on your mind for text reading? In the actual paper-based OET, it's on imagine a piece of A3 folded in half, so you can actually open it out and see all 4 texts at once, which is actually very useful. How they've arranged it in the OET at home, not sure. I imagine you can swipe between all of them, but I don't know. I haven't yet seen it. It's not been revealed to me. How much is the fee? I don't know. You need to check your fees wherever you happen to be. Payments for upgrades in generally US dollars, as far as I can tell. We use a currency that everyone's familiar with. Is the new system we're going to do paper-based? Yeah, no. Paper-based test is not going away. Paper-based test is here to stay, as far as I can tell, at least for the foreseeable future. So wherever possible, the paper-based test will be available to you. But if you are in somewhere infected like Melbourne, unfortunately, that won't be happening. What exactly is the $50 MasterCard? Abdullah, it's an incentive for you to take the survey. If you take the survey, your name goes into the big tombola, and then we pull out somebody's name, and it could be you. So all you have to do is do a little survey, and we'll reward you perhaps with $50. You'll be one of the people chosen, maybe. Very good. Okay, Lily has got a recommendation. Computer-based OET, FAQs for candidates. Go to the page on the official OET website. It's very useful and it explains everything. Thanks, Lily. I'm always patient with questions. Do I ever come across as being impatient with questions? There's a question. Did I sound impatient when I asked it? Goodness me, it's like a vicious circle of anger. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, how many writings? At least 6 are available through the OET. Oh, thanks, Abdullah. Thank you for doing that. Cool. Any other questions? Bit of a chilly morning here in Melbourne. So it's first day with E2. Listen, mate, don't worry if you're a bit all over the place. You learn very quickly. Do come back day after day. It'll be nice to have your company. I think you'll get a lot out of the live classes. You'll learn how they work. I know if you're new to it, it can be a bit discombobulating. Good word if you want to use that in your OET writing about somebody who's maybe got mild Alzheimer's. Mr. Smith was mildly discombobulated when he attended my clinic this morning. How's that? I'm so sorry, dentist, we don't have that. I have the next session in 23 hours time. I'll be back with listening this time tomorrow. So like I say, we have, oh, thank you. Happy birthday, Nadal. I appreciate that. Now, Yes. So like I say, we have multiple sessions during the week. There's my session at this time fixed in the morning. It's not my birthday yet. Please don't jinx it. I'm joking. It's my birthday month. So I don't know, can I take the whole month to receive birthday greetings? I think that's indulgent. Yeah. So we do, yeah, like I said, my session every day at this time, reading, then listening, then speaking, then writing for nursing, then writing for doctors. We do some repetition on the weekend, and we do some repetition during the week as well at different times on different days. So just pay attention to what those are. We do advertise all of the classes and all of the class times through the E2 language platform, and it's all advertised in your local time. So, so that there's no misunderstandings. So if I say 7 a.m., it's only good for people in my time zone. So if you're in Sydney, that's fine. But if you're not, if you're in Adelaide or Perth or Singapore or cold morning in the Philippines. Do you ever have cold mornings in the Philippines? I imagine it's always lovely and totally warm. I'm joking. I'm sure it can get chilly. Yeah, so next week, B and C. Yeah, exactly. Next week is B and C for reading and B and C for listening. Exactly so. Do you get an email before class an hour ahead? I don't know how it works. That's all done through the system. Pay for some sections are still being asked. Pay for some of the live set. No, you don't break it down that way. You just receive a package. It's not broken down that way. How many tests are recommended to do before the OET? It's not really about doing tests, it's about understanding the methods. When you buy packages, sessions are included. Depending on the package you get, you have even the cheapest package, you get a lot of sessions. And if you are an E2 language student, you can watch recordings of these as many times as you want for up to 2 weeks until they're taken down. Do we get pencils in the exam? I think you do. Reading part C, some questions are ruled out, so it's not mentioned in text, some cases. Abdullah, I recommend you come back next week for reading part C. Writing is a struggle, Andrew. Do you come to the live classes? What about speaking? How does it work? Speaking is a role play. So a role play which is specific to your profession. No, it's all right. So if you are a nurse, you're given a role play in a nursing context. You have to do 2 of them. You have 3 minutes to prepare and then 5 minutes to do the role play. We go into detail about that on Wednesday morning, my time. So if you come back in 48 hours, or I should say 47 hours. Take your passport if you've got one when you're proving your ID. Yeah, writing can be a struggle, I know that. But you know, you'll get there. Reading part C, Abdullah, just to address what you were talking about. The challenge, I think, is people get overwhelmed by the size of the text. Yeah, don't take an expired passport. The size of the text is overwhelming, and they get just, you know, oh my God, there's 800 words, and I've got to do all of this. We teach you a method for dealing with that. And I'm sorry, we don't have dentist material. Sorry about that. Exam. Ooh, 11th of July. A lot of people taking the big exam on the 11th. Good luck, everyone doing that. Cool. Any other key questions? If not, 24th of July. Nice. I know that OET are going to open up more and more exam days because of the backlog from COVID-19. Never understood why it's called COVID-19. Why 19? What a mystery. You've never been to exam half prepared. Listening part C, we're doing next week. Good, Faustina. I hope you'll be fine. They tell a lot of people pass. No, it doesn't really work that way, Andrew, but nice strategy. I know, Marta, I was joking, because some famous world politician mused out loud, why is it called 19? Why is it called 19? I mean, what's that about? And you're absolutely right, Marta. because of the year, but I think almost every child and his dog knew that, but apparently not. Cool. 25th of July. If we're talking about dates, I think that was that my grandmother's birthday was the 26th of July. She hasn't been around for many years to celebrate it, but there you go. An auspicious day. How about that? Excellent. The virus was discovered in 2019. Or was it discovered, or was it created in a laboratory? That's the question. I'm joking, of course, although COVID-19 is not a joke. And yes, and I don't know if anyone here is in Melbourne at the moment. We're having a few headaches with flare-ups and so on. It's all very distressing. Okay. Nice. All right, listen, thanks everyone. Good luck everyone who's got tests and so on coming up. Do come back again. Thank you, Nanuka. My pleasure, Mamata. I will be back again in 23 hours time with a listening class. For those of you who can attend, great. Do think about doing it, and do think about taking our survey. It's very painless and you might win $50. Is the home exam compulsory? No, no one has to do anything. All right, see everyone tomorrow. Bye.